take me around the corner, straight over to any of my main spots. It's so simple.
Oh, yep, got him. So small.
Hinds is not really an easy lake to understand, flats wise and everything, because it essentially doesn't have that. So I'll start just popping it just shy of the bottom, and you'll notice a new fish comes in from the back of the screen, straight down to that spoon, grabs it. Good afternoon, morning, peeps, whatever it is. For me, it's night time, I guess you could say. I've done the final bit of prep, cleaned up the boat. Hasn't been this clean in a while. Well, technically it's not really clean, it's maybe organised. It's pretty dirty actually. The floor needs a clean. Everyone asks me how the floor's going, and because it sort of looks nice enough, I've been a bit slack and haven't cleaned it. The boat basically is in the shed nose first, because this is where it ended up when I came back from Victoria breaking my toe. So it literally hasn't moved since then. So I'm pretty excited. I have the new pole all installed, set up. I got a square base for the ram mount this time, and I've gone with the C as opposed to that huge D one I had on there before. So that's all finger mounts now these days. Check this out. Got all the bass tackle in here. I had no soft plastics lying around, so I found an old tub of sliders. So we have more weight than you can imagine. Oh, 20 kilos of spoons, 10 kilos of jig heads. I don't know why I'm getting this, but I am. Probably 30 kilos of a double-sided blade box. Won't get it all out. More spoons. This is what I used to call my day box for tournaments. And I'm pretty sure this is still from Hinds a long time ago, last time I was there. So a few top waters, a few like spy bait type things, buzz baits. What else we got in there? Tail spinners even. And a double-sided box with jerk baits. These boxes are really cool actually. Might as well show you. So that's all my 61 and 67s. Top compartment. Very complicated with one hand. Only the bottom layer. And there's all my bass 79s. Put all that back in there. Also have this cool new little tote bag thing from Z-Man. All my leaders nicely organised. Scissors shouldn't be in there, should be in there. Scissors, line spooler, some more tips and tricks, assist hooks. Then I have a whole bunch of new trailers to try out. And down there is my chatterbait box. And I also have a bag full of spinnerbaits, 2 pouches full of spinnerbaits actually. I like a spinnerbait bite in there if I have time, but I don't know. I think I've got an appointment in the morning before I head out, so I won't be out at Sparrow Fart. And then, as you know, with Hinds, the gate shuts pretty early in the afternoon, so not really sure how it's going to play out. I have not been there for, not sure, maybe 18 months or something. It's been a while, 16 months? Something like that. It's definitely been over a year. I think April last year or something was the last time I was there. So what I will like to do, hopefully get to do, is target the fish, well, pardon the pun, catch these fish on the active target. So if I can, I'll screen record them as much as possible, and in this video I'll overlay some audio over the top to maybe explain what's going on so you guys can see how cool it is, if it does work for me or if they ignore me as much as cod do. I'm assuming bass, being impoundment bass, they will be fickle, but I don't think they'll be quite as bad as cod and barramundi. I have some very cool new toys to try out. Looking forward to that. Got the new spin reels. I literally got rid of all my bass spinning reels because I didn't think I'd ever care if I went bass fishing again, and now 12 months later, here we are, bass fishing. I even found on my little tackle caddy all the plastics that I had rigged from last time I was in Hins. Before we head off, I'll show you a couple of things that I do on the sounder when I haven't been to a lake for a long time. In particular, Hins, I only fished there I think 2 or 3 times last year when I fished there, so it's not a lake I'm familiar with. And so firstly, and the easiest one is make sure you have a chart in your sounder. So it's called Advanced Town Lake, so make sure you got that on there. It's still on there from last time I was there. So all these fixed lines for me are routes, and I use them from the boat ramp for the trolling motor because I have autopilot. So I can put that in and just let it take me around the corner straight over to any of my main spots. It's so simple. But what I really want to show you guys is what I like to do. What I like to do is, if I click on the waypoint, click on the details, it will tell me when it was created. So 7th of the 5th, 2020. So for this particular lake, they're all going to be around that same time because I remember I only fished there, I think all within the same month. It was pretty close anyway, close within the week. So what we can do in a lake that you have been to more than once or more than 1 year, for example, click on your waypoints and just go through and find the ones that are relevant for hopefully that same time of year. So I'm going to be looking for ones in August, which I'm obviously not going to have in this unit for Hins because I wasn't there. But for Somerset in particular, those sorts of places is so easy. And just gives you a starting point. You don't have to stick to it. I mean, Dan levels change, everything changes, but it gives you a starting point. And then, like I said, using the map, if you've got the map downloaded, so easy to see high spots that are likely to hold fish. So you've got ridges and points and humps and everything on there. All that detail is there. Hins is not really an easy lake to understand, flats wise and everything, because it essentially doesn't have that defined riverbed and flats and everything like Somerset and those sorts of lakes do. But having that chart even helps you understand which points run way out further, which ones have a little bit more flat area, stuff like that, and to pattern fish if you find them in a certain depth. Well, it looks like I have a little bit of work to do before I go to bed. And update these devices and then go to bed.
Autopilot. And sit back and eat. Oh, they follow you, but they hate it if you drop it back in their face. I've had them before, vertical gulping, where they take it as your leaders run into your rod from 80 feet. Oh, the whole way. Yeah. And they get too much light and they're like, oh, what do I do? Oh, I'm just going to eat it. We've come this far. I didn't come this far to come this far. Oh, yep, got him. Yes. I watched him sneak up on it. He's only little. But he smoked up off the bottom. I'm like, yep, you're dead, buddy. You are dead.
So this one you can see I'm lifting the spoon up and down, trying to get some sort of response out of those fish that are sitting there, and they're literally zero interest. So I start just popping it just shy of the bottom, and you'll notice a new fish comes in from the back of the screen, straight down to that spoon, grabs it, and then runs off to the side. He's already hooked up there now. Goes actually back to the bottom, fights me along the bottom before working his way back up. This ain't a hypo. See, little fella. Well, he's not hyperactive now.
Yeah. Ah. This is the only one they'll hit when I shake it. Just a, I don't know. No, like a different one. No, it's different again. I knew that was happening. Another one on the Z. Whoa. Oh, spangly. Bard grunner. Whatever they are. Not what we want to catch anyway. I knew that only. Oh, the spoon on still.
It's alright, mate. I'll just aggravate him with this plastic.
Oh, you got a plastic on? Yeah. Oh, oh, yep, got him. So small. But hey, that was fun. I know what I need to do though. I need to put some more hooks on this bad boy. I haven't got any. That's a little bit annoying. Well, this is my smallest.
Between this, you can just see a whole bunch of bass just hanging out below that bait school. I was actually moving between spots, saw that school of bait, and then all that bass sitting under there, and I could not get them to do anything.
Got it. It came straight up. He's a diamond. He'd swim straight up with it.
Terrible day, beautiful weather, terrible company. Well, the bass have been terrible company anyway. They haven't been keeping us company at all. Heap of little ones getting blatantly ignored on the active target. I think it's more frustrating than any sort of fishing. I don't normally fish vertical much, and I've spent nearly all afternoon fishing vertically, staring at bass that don't even want my lure. They don't want anyone's lure. They don't even want Mr. Roswell's ZX40 that he's famous for. They're literally tiny. But just ignoring that blade. So with that, I think we will go home. Call it a day and autopilot. Full send. Full day, 71%. 25.2 amps. Today, 25 amps.